Joy Goodenough has requested something by Gary Snyder, another leading beat poet, whose work is deeply inspired by his interest in Eastern mysticism and Buddhism in particular. With little knowledge and no compass, I've chosen 4 poems fairly randomly, and I hope Joy is not disappointed by them. The first poem moves me to chills. It evokes the tyrannies and briefly illuminates the glinting strings that ascend from our joints to the puppeteers in the shadows above. For me, it matches the scope of its title, Civilization. Civilization. Those are the people who do complicated things. They'll grab us by the thousands and put us to work. World's going to hell with all these villages and trails. Wild duck flocks aren't what they used to be. Aurochs grow rare. Fetch me my feathers and amber. A small cricket on the typescript page of Kyoto born in spring song grooms himself in time with the well-tempered clavier. I quit typing and watch him through a glass. How well articulated. How neat. Nobody understands the animal kingdom. When creeks are full, the poems flow. When creeks are down, we heap stones. Couldn't resist this poem, its title being so apposite. Despite America's history of racial oppression, there is great diversity in American people's names, and so I hope the folk mentioned in this poem have never been taunted because of their parents' choice. I suppose we in the UK are gradually getting there, but I've long advocated the Tesco test of naming children, that is, to apportion names which, when uttered aloud across the supermarket aisle, cause no embarrassment to either party. As if this weren't nitpicking enough, I was never keen on the mystical eclecticism this poem exemplifies, with its Navajo beads, peacock feathers and badgers under the bed. To my mind, to be a New Age druid and not acknowledge, much less practice, human sacrifice, surely is fundamentally dishonest, or downright delusory. However, I know this isn't a laughing matter, and this is a good poem. Not leaving the house. When Kai is born, I quit going out. Hang around the kitchen, make cornbread, let nobody in. Mail is flat. Massa lies on her side. Kai sighs. Non washes and sweeps. We sit and watch Massa nurse and drink green tea. Navajo turquoise beads over the bed, a peacock tail feather at the head, a badger pelt from Nagano Ken for a mattress, under the sheet, a pot of yogurt setting under the blankets at his feet. Massa, Kai, and Non, our friend, in the garden light reflected in not leaving the house, from dawn till late at night, making a new world of ourselves around this life. I'm still slightly in touch with the deluded youth who also thought delirium could be lasting. Though in the past I've taken a casual interest in stone girls, I've never been to India, so this little poem takes me back to that youth without leaving our shores. For a Stone Girl at Sanchi. Half asleep on the cold grass, night rain flicking the maples under a black bowl upside down, on flat land, on a wobbling speck, smaller than stars. Space. The side of a seed, hollow as bird skulls, light flies across it, never is seen. A big rock, weathered funny, old tree trunks turned stone, split rocks and find clams, all that time loving. Two flesh persons changing, clung to, door frames notions, spear halves in a rubble of years, touching. This dream pops. It was real, and it lasted forever. I know I oughtn't to pollute these threads with the jaundiced thoughts of an old curmudgeon, half a century removed from the hormonal imperatives of teenage, and inflexibly at odds with uncalled-for mysticism, especially as I am a guest in this poem. However, I can't help being reminded of the thoughts about retracing steps, which Sophie Baker's 2 poems ago poem, In Memory, inspired. As for Karma, his callow earnestness and untainted emanations reaped the reward of never having discovered that the lass left with a firm and determined finality. December at Yace. You said that October, in the tall dry grass by the orchard, when you chose to be free. Again some day, maybe 10 years. After college I saw you one time. You were strange, and I was obsessed with a plan. Now, 10 years and more have gone by. I've always known where you were. I might have gone back to you, hoping to win your love back. You are still single. I didn't. I thought I must make it alone. I've done that. Only in dream like this dawn does the grave, awed intensity of our young love return to my mind, to my flesh. We had what the others all crave and seek for. We left it behind at 19. I feel ancient, as though I had lived many lives, and may never know if I am a fool, or have done what my karma demands.